Hello, BookTube. Welcome to a Belated Friday Reads, the Saturday edition, with Sleepy Skippy and your host, Sue. I thought I'd do it from a little different angle here. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to film yesterday, so I'm just popping on to do a quick late Friday reads, just to show you what I've been reading. I finished The Watchers by Neil Spring. I don't have a copy with me. I forget to grab it, but I was a little bit disappointed, like I had mentioned earlier, with that book, and just kind of happy I finished it. I think it dragged out a little bit. It had good promise. It just kind of went in a direction I didn't expect it to, and I didn't really like it all that much. But I definitely recommend Neil Spring in terms of like his book, The Ghost Hunters. Thought that was a really good one. Give that one a check out if you're interested. What I'm currently listening to for Audible, I gave up on Pont Neuf by Max Beard. I just couldn't get into it at all, so I went ahead and downloaded Michael Crichton, The Andromeda Evolution. This is actually written by Daniel H. Wilson as a follow-up to The Andromeda Strain, written by Michael Crichton. The Andromeda Strain was set like in the 1967, and it dealt with like an extraterrestrial microbe that fell from the sky when it attached to a satellite that crashed. And the satellite landed in Piedmont, Arizona, and it wiped out almost the entire population, save for an elderly man and an infant boy. And a group of top scientists, nicknamed Project Wildfire, ends up going to a secret base out in Arizona, and they investigate and trying to find out more about this microbe and stop it before it basically can wipe out every human on the face of the earth. This is a follow-up to that book. Like I said, it takes place decades later from events in that book, and features a group called Project I forgot what it was called now. Something Ever Vigilant or something like that. I can't remember. But they're watching to see if this microbe returns, and they end up finding some kind of strange anomaly in a Brazilian forest, and a next generation Project Wildfire is sort of set out to investigate it, and this thing is like growing exponentially, this microbe that they end up finding. So it's pretty good so far. Like I've just started it, so I really enjoyed Andromeda Strain, particularly the movie when I saw it, and I ended up reading the book not too long ago. I thought it was pretty good too, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they kind of continue that story. In terms of books that I'm currently reading, I'm just about ready to start Blue Exorcist. This is volume 23 by Katsue Kato, and this features a group of students called X-Wires. They're trained to be exorcists, people that go out and battle demons. And we follow twin brothers, Yukio and Rin. One of them happens to be the son of Satan, so he himself is a demon. And we find that out in book 1, and his struggles with that, and the interesting fact that he and his brother are twins, yet he's the one who's part demon. He has to control that power inside of him, but actually use it for good, and he's using it to try and battle demons himself. I love the way the story has progressed so far. I love all the characters within it. I love the way the author really looks after his readers with synopsises of the characters, and then follow up with the story so far in each volume. So you always kind of know where you are if there's been a bit of a gap between volumes, that you can kind of catch yourself back up with having to reread earlier editions of it. So I'm looking forward to diving into the latest one. In terms of books that I'm reading, I'm currently reading Skulduggery Pleasant, Dark Days by Derek Landy. This is a YA series. This is book 4. I absolutely love the series. It features Stephanie Edgley. Her uncle was a horror writer, and when he passed away, she ends up meeting a friend of his called Skulduggery Pleasant. He is a skeletal detective with magical powers, and she ends up getting dragged into his world and ends up training with him and going on adventures and battling the Faceless Ones, which are sort of the evil force that he has to deal with in the novels. I find them really entertaining, really great development of all the characters. There's humor within it, particularly from Skulduggery and Stephanie, who comes to be known as Valkyrie throughout the series, for reasons you'll find out when you read it. But it's geared for like 9 and up, and seems like a fairly chunky one. They kind of get progressively larger, but they're widely spaced pages. So it's very easy to fly through. They're very entertaining. They're very exciting. Lots of good adventure and everything, and magic within it as well. And like I said, a really great detailed group of characters. So I highly recommend this series if you haven't picked it up. There are quite a few, and they're still kind of coming out. So I've got to get caught up on tracking down some of the later ones. But if you haven't read it, give them a try. So that is what I'm currently reading, and I'm listening to, like I said, the Andromeda Evolution, follow-up to Michael Crichton's Andromeda Strain. So that's it for my Belated Friday reads for me and my sleepy doggy Skippy. Oh, Skippy. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.